All right, Clemson Nation, I'm back with another video on the 2023 recruiting class. I've made one about QB, running back, wide receivers, tight ends. Really love those position groups that we signed, especially that tight end group. I think the best tight end group we've ever signed. Check those out, give them a thumbs up, comment on them. That really helps the algorithm get them promoted. This video is going to be about the offensive line. Fair warning, this is the position I played in high school. It's my favorite position in all of sports. I love offensive line. I had a great offensive line coach in high school that truly got me to love the game and got me to study the game. Outside of quarterback, to me, it's just the most important position in football, but that's my opinion. Some may differ on that. A dominant offensive line, in my opinion, just makes everything so much easier for an offense. Unfortunately, Clemson just hasn't had many dominant offensive lines, especially not in the past 2 seasons. I'll start off by saying Thomas Austin, really love the hire. Dabo's made some questionable hires in recent years, promoting guys from within, promoting guys that he has connections to, his friends, former players. He gets a lot of heat for that, and sometimes it's deserving. CJ Spiller, Tyler Grisham, for example. But I love this hire. I think Thomas Austin did a really good job in his first year, considering what he had to work with. I mean, if you think Walker Parks moves from right tackle to right guard, brand new position for him. Will Putnam goes to center, brand new position for him. We're starting a true freshman at right tackle, and then we lose our left guard, Marcus Tate, in the latter part of the season. So, all that considered, he to me, he did a really good job. Our offensive line showed improvement from that 2021 group, that 2022 group. And so you got to give Thomas Austin a lot of that credit. We're going to return 4 starters from that group. Honestly, if we can just get someone to replace McFadden, which is easier said than done, this unit could be great. I look at a guy like Tristan Lee, former 5-star, guy's in year 3 now, a humongous human being. If he can take that next step, or a guy like Colin Sadler, 4-star from Greenville, if one of those 2 guys can really take that next step, I mean, this offensive line can be dominant next year. I think Thomas Austin deserves a lot of credit for that. Clemson, we've been dying for an offensive line, a great offensive line. This is a group that, in my opinion, has a really chance to be special next year. What I love about Thomas Austin also is his approach to recruiting. It's clear what his goal was in this class, and that was to just get massive human beings. Robbie Caldwell was a guy that really recruited a little undersized offensive line, and the goal was to cross-train them at multiple positions. And honestly, I feel like that's a problem. If you look at Georgia, if you look at Alabama, I mean, they're just massive. From left tackle to right tackle across the entire offensive line, they're just getting massive, massive human beings. And I've always felt that our offensive line was too undersized, to a point where they just simply couldn't dominate opposing defenses. At the end of the day, bigger people move smaller people. And our offensive line didn't have enough big people. And that often killed us when we played against really good, really elite defensive lines. Our offensive line just couldn't dominate because they're just undersized. Now, the 3 guys that we signed this year, they're all massive. And honestly, I'm just really excited about that. I'm excited about the fact that we got 3 massive human beings. I mean, take the talent out of it. They're all 3 really talented, and you will see that on film. But just the fact that we're getting massive human beings offensive line, I love that approach. And so year 1 for me, from Thomas Austin, I mean, it was great. I think he did good coaching based off what he had to work with. And then this first class, in my opinion, was also, he knocked it out of the park. I'm excited about our future at offensive line under Thomas Austin. Great hire, in my opinion. I think he's developing them very well, recruiting at a high level. I love what he's doing. For the first time in a really long time, I'm so excited about the future of our offensive line. I think all Clemson fans should be, and hopefully we see that in the film. So we're going to start with the film. We're going to go right into it, and we're going to start with the highest rated of our offensive linemen, and that's Harris Sewell out of Permian, Odessa, Texas, the legendary Permian High School. I still can't get over that. Friday Night Lights, I remember watching this when I was in high school, reading the book. I never watched a TV show, but the movie was fantastic. The book was great, and I'm excited that we got an offensive lineman from there. And this guy, Harris Sewell, definitely an interior offensive lineman. He played pretty much every position in high school, but in college, he's going to be either a guard or a center. He's going to cross-train at all 3 interior positions. And honestly, I think he'll make that transition smoothly. It'll give him an opportunity to play earlier. If you also think about it, it's already been announced Walker Parks and Marcus Tate are starting left guard, starting right guard. They're going to miss spring. And so there's an opportunity for this kid to come in and really take advantage of his opportunity. He's going to get a lot of reps in practice and in scrimmages, also in the spring game. So he can really maximize his opportunities, and he certainly has the talent to do so. Now, I don't believe he's going to start next year. There's, in my opinion, no way he's going to start over Tate or Parks, but he's definitely talented enough to get in that 2 deep. And as a true freshman, to be in the 2 deep with the depth that Clemson has in offensive line, it's going to be pretty impressive. So we're going to go on the tape. We're going to go watch the tape. This kid, I think we're really gonna love watching this kid. Can play again multiple positions on the offensive line. First play right here, he's at center, firing explosive off the ball. What you really love about him, finishing that block. I mean, he finishes that block 15 yards after the ball was snapped. Really getting to that second level, showing that athleticism. You see the athleticism right here. Offensive linemen, we're not really asked to run 40 yards like he's doing right now, but if you can get a 10-yard sprint burst, then you'll do just fine. And he's got that. Again, down the field, finishing blocks. This kid is on film just so mean and violent. He really goes out to finish his blocks right here. Just knocks down 2 kids at once and then finishes it with the kid on the ground. Poor DB, that's got to be awful. Again, firing out the ball. I mean, this kid really tries to punish kids. And, you really love to see that type of physicality and that explosiveness off the ball. You don't see that in high school kids. This is why I think he's got incredible talent. You love the hand placement right there. Hands on the inside. That's rare for a high school kid. Again, another play at center. You see the hands inside, finishing the block. More hands inside, finishing the block. Firing up the ball. Good first punch. That's rare to see in an offensive lineman. That's really what you're looking for. Great pass blocking. And then just to finish a pass block with a pancake. It's just incredible. The talent on this kid is it's insane. Can definitely be in that 2 deep. This almost looks like a hold, but hand placement on the inside is never going to get called. So great hand placement for this kid. That's going to do wonders for him when he gets to the next level. And you can really just see this kid and just see future NFL draft pick right here. The talent on this kid is insane. Once he gets in the weight room, he's going to get a lot stronger, a lot more physical. Really excited about this pickup. Love the fact that he's from, Permian. Legendary. So when I look at Harris Sewell, this kid plays with an edge. He's very physical, finishes blocks, that type of physicality. Love to see it. Blocking kids 10 yards down the field. Plays so far away from him, but he's still trying to finish with a pancake. You love that. That's a meanness that a lot of kids just don't have. Now, moving on to Zach Owens. I mean, this has to be the largest offensive lineman we've ever signed. 6'7", well over 350, at least right now. He's definitely got to get in the weight room. He's got to work on that weight. He's too big right now. He's too heavy right now. Reminds me a little bit of that Jackson Carman guy that came in way too overweight. But once they get that weight under control, I mean, the sky's the limit. Once this kid slims down, he'll probably be around the 340 to 350 range. I don't think he'll be smaller than that. But once he gets it under control, this kid's potential is unreal. And you'll see that on film. Someone his size should not be able to move the way he does, but he can. And again, like I said earlier, big people move smaller people. And this is probably the biggest offensive lineman we've ever signed under Dabo. So we're going to get right into it. I love watching this kid's tape. Future first-round draft pick potential right here. Again, look at this movement right here. 6'7", 2 pancakes in one play. Kids that size should not be able to move that well. Great kick step and then just finishing more blocks. What you love about him compared to the other guys that we signed is his punch is very powerful. He has an elite first punch. A lot of his blocks really come from the fact that he's punching these kids as really hard as he can. Play with that type of physicality and meanness. Rare for a high school kid. Again, the athleticism to pull around, finish the block. You just don't see that and a lot of high school kids. So love the tape so far. Potential in this kid, absolutely insane. To me, what position he's going to play, he's a right tackle to me. He actually could, in my opinion, he moves well enough to play guard. I think he'll find a home at right tackle. Clemson's got a great right tackle coming back in Blake Miller, freshman All-American. So Zachariah Owens, probably a guy that heads for a red shirt, but the potential is insane. The red shirt year might be a big year for him. I know the team does Power Hour. That would definitely help them out. Definitely help this kid out a lot to get his weight under control. Good kick step. Right here, you can tell in the pass block, he'll probably struggle at first with speed rushers. But again, once he gets his weight under control and can move a little bit better, yeah, he has just elite written all over him. Violent first punch. That's the thing that sticks out to me the most on film. And again, this is the largest offensive lineman we've ever signed. I mean, you have to be excited just by that, honestly. Again, I mean, getting downfield, finishing a block, this is what you look for in an offensive lineman. Good pass block set right here. Firing off the ball, explosive. Really trying to finish that block right there. So Zach Owens, I know he's already on campus right now. That's going to be great for him. Get in the weight room early, work out hard. Who knows where this kid can go? I probably think he's going to head for a red shirt just because of the amount of depth we have at tackle at this point. But sky is the limit for this kid. Honestly, I'm so excited about him. I probably haven't been this excited for an offensive lineman. 6'7", I mean, he's got to be 360 at least. Definitely over 350 for sure. So last guy is Ian Reed, another guy from Texas, like Zach Owens, massive human being. He's not quite as big. I think he's not 6'7", he's 6'6". Yeah, just 6'6". Over 300 pounds as well, but not 360. Another physical, tough kid. Finishes blocks. Ian Reed, go right to the tape right here. Yeah, left tackle. So this play right here, this play to me is this just shows great teammate right here. Why else would a coach call this play? The team must love this kid, must be well respected on the team for them to even call something like that. So I love that just right out the box. The fact that they were going to throw a play like that, the dream of every offensive lineman is to score a touchdown. Obviously, I wish I would have done the same thing. It never happened. But you see Ian Reed finishing blocks down the field. Like Sewell, plays with that nasty edge to go finish those blocks. What I also love about him, I think more so than the other two, he's got a great second step. Offensive linemen, the first step is actually kind of easy. It's not that difficult to really explode off your first step. But that second step is usually when you make contact with a defensive lineman. And getting a great second step is very, very tough. And he does that very well. This is one of the best second steps I've seen. His footwork is really, really advanced for a kid his age. The technical aspect of his game is really, really good. The one thing I think he needs to definitely play with a lower pad level. He does have a tendency to stand up a little too high. But if you look at his strength numbers, I mean, the kid is, he's going to come in physically ready to go. Benching over 300 pounds, squatting over 500 pounds. Yeah, I mean, this is a kid, once he gets in the weight room at Clemson, you'll see bench press at hitting 400 pounds, squatting, hitting 600 pounds. So from a strength standpoint, the kid's definitely going to be there. And then the technique, I think, is very impressive. Hand placement, really good hand placement right there. I would like to see a tougher first punch from him. Zach Owens really has that elite first punch. I would like to see him develop that. And if he can, yeah, sky's the limit for this kid. I do think he translates definitely to left tackle for us. And who knows, Blake Miller started last year at right tackle as a true freshman. Strange things happen. Maybe he even has a chance to start as a true freshman left tackle. I doubt it, but you never know. The technique's definitely there. Definitely needs to get stronger first punch, but the physicality, finishing blocks, you love that. You see that in all three of these guys. Love all of them. But that's our 3 offensive linemen. Again, love the class, love the size, love the athleticism. All 3 have incredible potential. I think obviously just based off size, Zach Owens, the most potential. That type of size with that type of athleticism, you saw him be able to pull around like that. Yeah, I mean, you don't see that in someone of his size. So if he can really get it together, again, the potential of a future first-round draft pick is there. Ian Reed, again, NFL size is there. Strength is there. Technique is already really good for someone his age. So he's just someone that's going to get a lot better. And you would like to think that leads to an NFL future. Harris Sewell, interior offensive lineman. We'll see where he ends up at. I do think he'll end up playing guard more so than center, but who knows? The size is there, 6'4", 300 pounds at least right now. He'll probably gain up to 320 at some point before he leaves campus. You saw the physicality that he's got, quickness, first step, hand placement, great, elite for a kid of his age. Definitely has NFL potential. So again, love what Thomas Austin is doing. He's done a great job so far, in my opinion. I'm really excited about how these 3 guys are going to develop. I'm really excited about the future of the offensive line. But that's this video. That's the last video for the offense. We're going to move to defensive ends next. Love the defensive ends that we signed. Love the whole defensive line class in general. I believe this is one of the best defensive line classes, at least in Clemson history. And in my opinion, we signed the best player in high school football in Peter Woods. So I can't wait to make that video. He'll be the defensive tackles, but next video is going to be defensive ends. We signed 3 of them. And can't wait to make those. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Give it a comment. I respond to the comments. Thumbs up comments really help the video get recommended in the YouTube algorithm. That'll get more views, more likes to the channel. And also subscribe. It's free. It really helps me out, helps this channel grow. I would love to keep making more content. I enjoy this. I love making content about Clemson, and I would love to be able to do it in the future. And so subscribing would definitely help. Likes, comments, subs, all that stuff really helps the channel grow. And so please do me a favor. So hope to see you in the next one. And as always, go Tigers.